And it is paddle season time. Welcome to the APTA's first Grand Prix event of the season, the Lake Invitational, sponsored by the APTA national sponsors Viking and Uline. We are live from the Indian Trail Club in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey on the APTA network presented by eNet Live. I'm Jerry Viant. Joining me for this match is Lauren Mandel, and this is the women's semi-finals between the number three seeds, yes, Anna Brzova and Roxy Enica, and the number one seeds, Cynthia Dardis and Amy Shay. And we'll just bring up the player bio. And Anna Brzova is actually a three-time APTA Women's National Champion, and she is the head platform tennis professional at the Indian Trail Club, so she'll have a lot of crowd support here. And she's playing the first tournament with Roxy Enica, and Roxy also won with Liz Cruz, and she is the director of rackets at the Western Field Club in Connecticut. Cynthia Dardis is a two-time Children's Club winner, and she is the head platform tennis professional at the Lake Club in Connecticut. And Amy Shay is the director of platform tennis at the Woodway Country Club in Connecticut. So I think Roxy has actually updated or added another club to her teaching since we got this bio sheet, Lauren.
Yeah, well, actually, what I was going to say is she didn't win nationals. She won the Children's Cup.
Right.
She was a finals nationalist. Yes, and she has.
She has added a club. Yeah, I think it's the Italian club. I have to just get her
in
to
Stamford,
update that
Connecticut.
bio.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of these teams. On this side, closest to us, in the blue vest is Cynthia Dardis and her partner Amy Shay in the blue jacket. And Dardis and Shay have been at the top of the game for 15 years?
At least.
And they, Cynthia Dardis was out last spring, missed nationals with a shoulder injury, so it's nice to have her back. And on the near side of the court here in the pink visor is Anna Brzova, and in the blue jacket is Roxy Enica. And they've never been a team before, but they've both had a lot of success with other partners. And this is going to be a pick-em match. I don't think there's a favorite here.
So there looks like they're going to take their practice serves. Yeah, so let's take a look at the Viking keys to winning for these two teams, because it's interesting, they're both planners. So Brzova and Enica need to communicate. They're not used to playing with each other, and they really need to call almost every ball. Who's going to take what overhead, but also in the backcourt. They were struggling a little bit with their serving, so they don't need to have a big serve. They just need to get it in and be consistent. And they need to stay patient, because Dardis and Shay are not going to give them anything. And I think the longer they can stay in the point, fitness may become an issue. And for Dardis and Shay, they're going to make that first volley because Roxy has a huge returner serve. So they've got to, I think they're fine once they get into the first three hits of the point. And they've got to try to stop Roxy from driving, because she can hurt them off the deck. And it always comes down when Roxy is on the court hitting that big roller. She likes to go at the deuce court player. And Dardis has done a great job of working on taking that big roller off the deck and letting it go into the screen and then chasing it down and staying under control. So I'm excited. This is it's going to be a fun semi-final.
Yeah, and I mean, when Roxy first burst onto the scene, she got Cynthia Dardis over and over with that roller. Dardis didn't know how to handle it, and she worked on it, and she worked on it, and now she's excellent at handling it. I mean, it's very impressive. They're a nice contrast, Brzova and Enica. Brzova's the excellent volleyer, mover, consistent, fantastic high lobs, and Enika's the shot maker.
And Brzova has a solid understanding of court positioning. She, as you say, she's a fabulous volleyer. She stays very low and quiet, doesn't flinch, closes the net well, and she knows how to use her lob to set up her strength and set up her partner's strength and expose weaknesses. So I expect her to have Amy Shay chasing from one corner to the other, because Amy takes most of the overheads for her team and Dardis sits right on top of the net. And I think Brzova will be able to move that around a lot. And interesting, Anna has not been playing, and she played last year's Nationals with Amy Shay because Cynthia Dardis had a shoulder injury, which she had surgery, and she's come out of surgery well. We were both talking to her in the break, and she got back on the court, I think, what did she say, late August?
Wait until I tell you to go. All right, here we go. The booth is ready for you.
Okay.
All right, Mark Bliss is in the chair. Looks like Anna Brzova is serving first.
Brzova has a steady serve. She tries to move it around in the box and hit it deep, but she's not going to do
Players
anything
ready.
flashy with it. Not going to hit it hard, not going to hit spin.
Play. Love 15.
As you can see, it's attackable, her serve. But she's such a good volleyer, and her partner's such a good volleyer, that they're not worried about
Love
it.
30.
So that's Anna Brzova in the all black on the right. And her partner Roxy Enica with that big spin
15, 30.
overhead. She's in the blue top. And down the other end is Cynthia Dardis in the deuce court. Amy Shay about to return serve, and she is a swooper.
Foot fault. 15, 40.
So both returner serves. Dardis went right at Enica. And there's the big roller from Roxy Enica.
30,
There
40.
was a lot of open court there, Jerry.
So Brzova and Enica are going to want to create a lot of foot steps for Dardis and Shay. It's a great angle of Anika's roller overhead. You see them switching in the net. They're going to set up Enica with that overhead. You can see the spin on that just jump right off of Dardis' paddle. So she's got to let that go through, hit the back screen, and Shay could come out and take that off as a drive.
Good hands by Enica and Dardis there. That's what happens when you hit a short overhead to Amy Shay.
Advantage, Dardis, Shay.
Just quickly gets in there.
Deuce.
You see Amy Shay really lobbing high and deep. And that's the question. When Enica goes behind
Advantage,
Brzova to
Dardis,
take
Shay.
that overhead, where is she going to put the ball on the court
Yeah.
that's
'Cause
going to be safe?
You saw it. Shay took a step in and was all over that backhand.
Game Dardis Shay. They lead 1-0, first set.
And the Shay is just so accurate with the placement of her drive. She finds that right hip. She gets that reaching error. And on the court behind, and we'll try to bring you updates and maybe even switch over. We do have a camera on that court, is Guillaume Olivel. I'm not sure if they've started. Oh, we're switching over. There you go.
Oh,
See
there we
Guillaume
are.
Olivel at the other end, playing Delmonico Gebbia.
It's another very interesting match. Both really good semifinal matchups.
Cynthia Dardis serving.
Love 15.
Right, and this was their big worry, was just getting into the point. I think they're fine once they get into the point, but at that first
15 all.
volley or a play
you know,
Australian, they're going to try all
they will.
different combinations.
They'll switch it around. And Dardis has an excellent first volley. She gets herself, well, not if she doesn't make the serve, but she gets herself in position and she can volley from very
15,
down low,
30.
as can Shay. They'll figure out a way to make it work. Not if they can't touch it, though.
It's a
15,
little
40.
miscommunication there. And here's some breakpoint opportunities for Brzova and Enica to get on the board.
Thirty, 40.
Got to get those returner serves like inches over the net. Give your opponents a chance to miss. You see Dardis just stay back. Now they're going to go Dardis' backhand and wait for a short lob.
The problem is, if you keep going at Dardis' backhand, Shay creeps over and surprises you with the forehand. Have to be careful.
Big grip change by Roxy and Enica
Game
there. And
Brzova, Enica.
so much
Game
pace.
draw,
It's
1-all,
such a heavy
first
ball.
set.
You just, to try to block it off the deck, you have no control of it. All right, so let's take a look. Roxy's going to serve, and she's a streaky server. She's got a great serve, but it can go off.
She took a
And I
lot
think-
off that one.
Yeah, I think she has learnt to
15 love.
calibrate and have a second gear serve that at least gets in.
There's the big one.
Yeah, she tends to swing bigger on the serve to the ad side.
30, love.
Whoa! That's what I was talking about. Like
40, love.
nothing like the other serve that Dardis received.
Fault. 40, 15.
So we see a little bit of everything here.
Fault. 40, 30.
And back to the safe serve.
And that's the
Game
shot.
Brzova,
Grab that on a
Enica,
replay
they
because
lead 2-1 first
so
set.
she got a short ball where Roxy Enica was in the service box and she just unloaded. That's the right time to hit it. So Fusion Sports is your source for high-end customer apparel. Fusion is joining us this year, and they offer pro shop management, tournament favors, corporate branding gear, and youth sports. Fusion is an official supplier of apparel and the exclusive provider of tournament favors
15.
to the APTA. You can see this camera, Lauren, so there's 10 courts here at the Indian Trail Club, and they're all being
Caught the
played
ball
on
instead
right
of letting
now.
it bounce. It's loss of point.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
15 all. $15-30.
So when Roxy is rolling and firing on all cylinders, she is tough. Heavy ball, a lot of spin, picks her spots. And that's
good
Brzova
volleyers.
at her best, right?
Yeah, all of
Closing the
them.
net.
Yeah.
That's not her best.
30 all.
She got caught up in the moment, but
Yeah.
she loves to close, get behind, volley well. She's laughing because she knows she got caught up in that.
Yeah, that's not her shot.
Interesting. Dardis is staying on the left. They usually switch at net because she's got a very flat
40, 30.
overhead. Amy Shay's got a lot more cut on her overhead, and they tend to switch, put her on the left.
Brzova comes in, goes back when she doesn't get a ball to hit. Thinks about it again. You hear Dardis telling Shay those are all hers.
Now, and this is a team that has played together for at least 15 years, and they are calling every single overhead.
There's the drop shot she's famous for. Oof.
Well played.
Deuce.
Now, don't be thrown off by the lack of fist pumping from Dardis and Shay. For those of you who have not seen them play, that's about as
Dardis and
excited
Shay,
as
my
they
mistake.
get.
Sorry, ladies.
It's when they're excited,
are
it's
2
really
all
just a
first
look
set.
of relief.
Everybody makes a mistake now and then.
There is an economy of movement and emotion on that team. And that's what makes them so tough. They're so consistent. They don't have those highs and lows. They just maintain.
About
It's like a
15.
It's another good down the line forehand from Dardis. She's caught Enica about 3 times with it.
okay. So 2-all.
Yes. 15 all.
Now Brzova, she doesn't have a big serve, but she can place it deep and accurately. Just long.
30-15.
There's that
30 all.
very flat, laser-like forehand from maybe Shay. Oh, she had another good look at another one. Just missed it.
40-30.
There's definitely some confusion in the middle here with the lobs with Brzova and Enica. They're both going for them. Yeah, they got to keep calling them.
Good call by
Game
Brzova.
Enica.
It was a double bounce.
They lead 3-2, first set.
There's not much separating these teams so far, Jerry. Pretty, still feeling each other out.
Yeah.
But it's pretty close.
Shay going for that nick that she loves. That's a great play by Enica.
Love 15.
So I think when Dardis is hitting her overhead, Enica has the best chance to attack because Dardis' overhead is.
Especially because she hit a short one.
She tends to take it at a higher point, and it's flat, so it sits up. And then you see Enica come in with her forehand, and she'll close right behind it.
Love 30.
But I tell you, for someone who has had shoulder surgery, it's impressive. And they found a way to get into the point. And it really doesn't bother them that they're playing from the back of the court either.
Nope. And now they're not. Listen, they're very good strategists, and they will figure out a way to win. I mean, they may not win the match, but they will figure out a way to put themselves in a winning position.
It's a good shot of the club here at Indian Trails. You can see the lake in the background, and they have all the tents set up. They're expecting a big crowd for Saturday. We're going to be streaming at 10 tomorrow morning, starting with the men's premier event. That's a shot from the other angle. Actually, you can see our It's me waving to you. See us
40.
and Kelly. We're right next to the court. So I told the players they can tell us what's going on. They can just look up. But beautiful setup here. You see the bar and the deck. And we will be streaming. We'll start streaming at 10 o'clock tomorrow with the men's premier event. And then at noon, we'll have the women's final. 2 o'clock, men's semi. And 5 o'clock, the men's final.
30, 40.
$750 families belong to the Indian Trail Club. It is quite impressive. The president is Bevan Romaine. I think tomorrow we're going to get her in and chat about
And
her
Brzova,
vision and
Enica.
how they've
They lead 4
created
games
this
to
space.
2.
And
First set.
the general manager, Mike Asbill. Of course, the director of platform tennis, Mike Gillespie, heads up the 24 teams that they have playing in the Jersey League. Boy, Dardis really is driving down the line well with her forehand.
Love 15.
I shouldn't say it was such a surprise. I'm just so used to her role as being the setup to Shay. But over the years, she has added more offense.
Yeah, and she does it on balls where it's appropriate for her, where she can come down on the ball.
You can see over here, Brzova is calling. Nope.
You see Brzova hit a not great shot, but she immediately closed tight on the net. So many
15,
people's
30.
instincts is to go backwards when they hit a big shot, but really your bad shot, but really your best chance is getting close to the net and putting your paddle up.
Brzova loves that.
Yep. It's not so easy to do.
Look how quiet Brzova stays. That's Brzova hitting the overhead now. She also has worked on the roller, and it creates
30 all.
movement. And you can see that Dardis just got caught up in the speed of that shot. She had it, but she just needed to control the placement of where she was going to put it. Sometimes there's a double relief. One, she didn't get hit, because there for a while she was getting hit all the time. And
Yes.
worse, she was getting hit in the back.
Yes, in the
That's
back,
hard to
right,
do. So we
right.
got past that. Now she caught up with it, and now
Well-
she's just got to pick
Well,
her
I
30,
think,
spots.
30.
I think that she got to the point where she was handling them really well. I think probably her lack of playing for a while has set her back a little bit with that shot. But I'm sure as the match goes on, she'll do a better job with it.
Yeah, that was a
Game Brzova, Enica.
big
They lead
overhead
5
by
games to
Enica,
2.
and
First set, new ball.
Shay stayed perfectly still. Let that hard ball go side back. Dardis was there. That's the way to play that. You don't want to be chasing around, twirling.
Let's see, we've got an update from the other semifinal from Delmonico Gebbia are up 2-1 in the first set. So there's still early stages there.
Okay, so they've just put a new ball in play every 7 games. That's that cut overhead, Amy Shay. She comes right down the back of the ball. It's really effective because it's got some bite on it. It kind of skips off the deck.
That was weird. It was like time was suspended for a second.
It's like Roxy and Anna just froze there. Are you going to get it? No. Oh, it looks like I better get it.
Love 30.
Brzova and Enica, 2 points from closing out this first set. Interesting, Lauren, they're not, Dardis and Shay are not switching at net.
15-30. All.
Timely let
30,
cord there.
40.
Very.
Set point. Nice
Well
volley
played.
by
Deuce.
Dardis. She's right on top of the net. She's committed to that backhand volley.
What do you think? 2-5? I think this is just where Dardis and Shay want to be.
Exactly.
Advantage, Dardis, Shay.
Look at Dardis' net position, Lauren. Down low. Paddle up. Ready for that volley.
That was brave.
Anna loves doing that,
Yeah.
though, Brzova.
That was a short lob, though.
She's
Ah.
fearless. She
Deuce.
is able to put pressure on in a pressure moment. She makes things happen at that time. And she's quick enough, you know, she'll get out of the way and just let her partner scramble behind her.
Delmonico Gabier up 4-2.
Advantage, Dardis, Shay.
Oh,
Game, Dardis, Shay.
well, they got out of that
Brzova
one.
and Enica
5-3.
lead 5 games to 3.
And
First
Nika's
set.
just got so much talent. Sometimes she's got too many shots
Yeah.
to choose from, and it's just, she doesn't have to be that big.
Yep.
Obviously. Just got to calibrate that swinging volley as she's moving in. All right, Brzova serving for the first set, 5-3.
15
Going for
love.
that big forehand again. That one was a little low. She couldn't come down on it the way
Oh,
she
yep.
likes.
Little low, and she was also going for the lower part of the net too. She didn't go down the line. Oh. Brzova is just such a tremendous volleyer. She got away with that little reaching volley there.
That was
15
better.
all.
Better
Yep.
handled by Dardis.
Yep. Enika's got to close and stay square. And just have her backhand volley ready. Brzova's going to be right next to her. She'll have her backhand volley ready, and she won't have to do that reaching flip to the forehand volley, which you saw she was off the net a little bit, and she just dumped it straight down.
Mm. 30-15. 30-15.
Beautiful
30
return
all.
of serve by Shay.
She hit that so early that Brzova had barely started to come in yet.
And now Shay has moved up to the service line. Interesting. She must have had a lot of confidence in Dardis' return of serve. So that's Roxy's cut into that backside screen, which is really effective as well. It's not just about her roller.
Right.
It's got such a variety of spins.
Another set point here. It's number 3.
Deuce.
Brzova came in square there and had to turn her hips as she was hitting the volley, and that's why she hit it out. She needs to come straight on the line of flight to where she served.
Advantage Brzova and Enica.
I'm going to have to check Shay's bottom of her right foot. She keeps smacking the paddle.
She does that. She does that because it's it's better than hitting the court with your paddle.
Oh yeah.
So she hits her foot all the time.
Oh,
Or Roxy.
talk about
Deuce.
find your hip.
Good decision by Dardis to hit that before it gets the second screen. It wasn't going to make it.
Advantage Brzova and Enica.
See Brzova set her paddle down low and lets that ball come down off the screen to her paddle so she gets good height and lift off her lobs. She likes to send that lob up high and sneak in behind it, but she's ready to bail if she doesn't get the shot to pick off. There she is again. Oof. And this is the kind of paddle that Brzova and Enica like to play.
If they get out, I was going to say, if they get out of this point, it's because they could have lost that point 30 times already.
Yep, but they love to move like that.
Deuce.
But it doesn't phase Dardis and Shay. They see the court. It doesn't matter what's happening. They see where the openings are. They see them scrambling. They don't panic. And they're able to execute and place the ball nice and deep and low. All right, back to deuce. See, these are the kind of points, time in the match that Dardis and Shay shine. It's going to make him hit a lot of balls now.
Yeah, you know, they've had their opportunities to win the set. Brzova and Enica. You don't want to give Dardis and Shay too many chances back.
Delmonico Gebby just got the first set 6-3 over Guillaume and Mollaville. You see Amy Shay driving off of her backhand. She's got a lot of weapons.
Deuce.
We've seen this so many
Advantage
times. They
Dardis,
just
Shay.
hang in
5-2.
there,
It's where they
hang
wanted
in
to be.
there.
5-2, 15-40, no less.
2 let chords. Oh!
Game
She was
Dardis,
far
Shay.
back to try that shot.
Brzova and Enica lead 5
Yeah,
games to
Enica
4
was out of the
first set.
service box. She just needed to place that ball deep. Again, she's got so many choices on that overhead.
Clark Trophies by Max Lipivert, your #1 destination for all trophies, favors, and prizes. Clark Trophies, better quality, faster service.
All right, well, we've seen this a lot with Dardis and Shay. We're not surprised. They will not beat themselves. Cynthia Dardis serving.
I think this is a tendency, too, when Dardis and Shay
Love.
start to come back, their opponents try to rush it
Right.
and win it quicker. And
Right.
you can't do that.
Yeah, one of our keys to winning for Brzova and Enica was to stay patient and wait for the right shot. That is a huge thing right now at this point in the game. They really have to
15
just
all.
have the mindset that they're going to stay in the points. No quick points. Don't go for the big swing when you're deep in the court or off balance.
15-30.
Dardis is just too far off the net for that first volley.
Yeah, she was a little slow getting in there. Okay.
15-40.
2 more set points. I think this is
5:40.
4 and 5.
$15-40. Yeah, she almost served to the ad court.
Mark Bliss doing a fabulous job keeping score. Nice return, keeping it low, let court, and
Game
there is
and
the first set.
Brzova, Enica. 6
6-4.
games to 4.
40 minutes, so a little bit of up and down there, but you know, pretty much what you would expect as far as the speed of play.
You have 2 minutes.
Brzova and Enica, I think their athleticism and shot selection, their speed is, they look like they're on their game. Dardis and Shay will regroup, no doubt. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back after these messages on the APTA network.
It's a 60-year love affair, as passionate as the day it began. It's where the dream and the reality are one and the same. It's safety in its most exhilarating form. It is the 2020 E-Class, the quintessential Mercedes-Benz, made new all over again. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
I play to be a role model in my neighborhood.
I play to be part of the team.
I play to be stronger than my brothers.
I play to channel my energy in a positive way.
I play because the field is where I shine.
I play to be a part of something bigger than myself. I play to stay healthy.
I play to feel powerful.
I play to win.
And welcome back. We just saw the first set in the women's semi-final, and they are taking a quick break. So we're switched over to court 2, where Gabriel Delmonico took the first set 6-3, and Guillaume Oliveld are up 1-love in the second set. Jessica Guillaume is serving. And we'll keep tabs on that score. Right now, we're going to switch back to court 1. Anna Brzova is serving for the second set. Oh, I should make those noises, but I can't. I was so looking forward to that spin on the ball. It was really going to break.
Well, it did, but didn't get more than an inch away from her paddle. Those are the kind of shots where when you miss them, you just feel dumb.
Yeah, that's a better lob from Dardis. I think she's got to get her lobs up higher and deeper.
Oh, goodness gracious, how did Enica do that?
Nice job on those, digging those overheads out by Shay. Whoa.
Love 30.
It was going to be good. It was going to have a lot of spin on it. And that's the streakiness, you know, she's probably has not hit a lot of those shots yet this season, and you really have to time that well.
Ooh.
Sound like me.
Yeah.
So you can see Brzova and Enica are going after Dardis.
Love 40.
And she just digs in. The more balls you give her, the more she digs in. I mean, she's so used to seeing a lot of balls. She doesn't feel like she's being picked on. She gets challenged by it.
Yeah, and her lobs get better and better.
Nice move by Shay.
Game Dardis Shay. They lead
And you
one
saw
game to love. Second set.
Dardis put herself inside the
Brzova
service
and Enica
box
won the first set,
before
6 games to
Brzova
4.
started serving. So that puts pressure on the server. And then Shay just came up, kind of dials her in, I think, because she knows she has to hit a really sharp return low. And she came in behind it, put a lot of pressure. So there's the break for the first game.
Hmm.
15 love. All.
Took a funny hop off
Yeah.
the back screen there. Shay was on it.
Good serve.
30-15.
I'm always impressed by Dardis and Shay's speed of play. No matter what the score is, they have the same routine, the same amount of time. They're in total control. Sometimes players speed up. They change their speed of play. They don't realize it. They're trying to neutralize that drive of Roxy and Enica. Oh, don't
That is the
go
way
at
to close.
Brzova.
That is
30
how you
all.
close.
No, it's 30 all. 30 all. Yeah.
It's 30 all.
Again, sometimes these points can go on long and you just mentally in the points. Beautiful serve by Amy Shay.
40-30.
Good close by Enica and finding the right hip's always the spot you're going after. Right hip, right armpit. It's a really tough volley to make.
Fault. Advantage, Brzova, Enica.
Ooh, 2 missed
Game,
serves.
Brzova, Enica.
Well, they're even now
Games
because
are 1-1, second set.
Enica gave away those 2 trick shot points in the first game, and Shay gave away 2 serves.
All right, we're going to cut over to the other semi-final and just see if we can pick up the score and see what's going on court 2. So I've got Lauren Gebbia serving. Myrta Mollaville at net, hitting the roller. Jessica Gio hitting that overhead into Kerry Delmonico's on the deuce side. And we'll try to get the score.
Advantage, Delmonico Gebbia.
This is the second. It's early in the second set. I know Mollaville Gio got the first game.
And Gebbia Delmonico got the first set. Big rip.
Huge forehand from Gio.
Deuce.
Gebbia Delmonico's second tournament. They played last weekend at the Patterson Open.
Advantage, Delmonico Gebbia.
They got to the semis in Patterson.
Again, I mean, that's what you've got to
Deuce.
control yourself with. That big, hard ball gets smacked right at you. You got to get out of your own way, let it hit the screen, chase it. It's a lot of pace, but you've got to control the swing.
Advantage,
Lauren
Guillaume
Gebbia, she likes to hit her forehand volley, but it does get her in trouble, especially on those low balls.
Oh, she really plays with fire, Gio, with that.
Yeah, we saw that in the quarterfinals, right? Gio, she likes to slide that overhead into the deuce side. It's not a lot of court to work with.
I mean, the other player who really likes to do that is Gebbia. Bad choice of shot by Mollenveld.
Because
Deuce.
Because she knows Gebbia is just looking to take any soft ball off the deck. That's not how you want to play her.
yeah, I think she's probably going for Delmonico's backhand, and she missed by 2 boards, and Gebbia is going to swoop. Oh, nice get.
Great get.
Gebbia, you see she comes all the way out, takes that ball off the deck.
Advantage,
She's got
Delmonico
to take it as a
Gebbia.
backhand volley. It's just she wants to volley behind Gebbia, but the forehand volley is just too lively. Tough angle when you're having a ball ripped at you too.
Good serve. Good.
Game, Delmonico Gebbia. They lead the second set 2-1. Delmonico Gebbia won the first set 6-3.
On the other court, it's 2-1 for Dardis Shay in the second set.
Guys, watch that water bottle. There's a cap kind of loose over there, too. I'd hate for you to trip on it.
It's another good look at the Indian Trail Club. You see Jackie Cameron, the APTA Tour Director, in the red jacket, just walking back into the pro shop there. Up above, where the lights are on, that's a gym. The gym overlooks the courts. It's just a fabulous facility. It's a wonderful place to hang out. Family club that have dining here. They've got a big fireplace. And as I said before, 10 courts.
Mullenville Gio have to slow down and
Love
regroup here.
30.
Yeah, Gebbia likes to play fast. She loves to drive the ball. That's Gebbia. Now she is the top of our screen. Up. Yep, on the right-hand side. She's on the outside. And we saw Molleveld struggled a little bit with her serve in the quarterfinals. She's pushing it.
Right
she
down.
needs to.
Yeah.
She's pulling her head down and she's pushing. She's quitting on it.
They lead the second set, 3 games to 1.
Get through it, and she's not finishing it, and she just wants to get rid of the ball. It's just a terrible feeling.
And it's really technique, so she just needs to get the hopper balls and get out there and serve, put targets in the service box and just serve and serve and serve till she gets that feeling. Keeping her head up.
She doesn't do it in practice, Sherry. It's a nerve thing.
Right, but your technique will break down when you're nervous, so you just want to have something that's not going to break down, that you're comfortable with. And the only way you get that is just by practicing and just doing it over and over. And it's always the least practiced stroke. Hear how flat Gio hits that overhead. Good call by Demonico.
Love 15. $15 all.
Domenico's got a great serve.
I don't like coming in on that ball. It's a short
30-15.
Yeah. Tricky little shot by Gio. She held that to the last minute and then hit a little roll cross court.
40-15.
That sets up Mullenville. She can see the ball's going low over the net and she closes. 40-15.
40-30.
Big point here for Guillaume Molleville.
Yeah.
Big difference between 4-1 and 3-2.
Game Delmonico Gebbia.
Okay, well, let's
They
switch
lead
back
the
to
second
court
set,
1.
4 games
Looks
to
like
1.
Delmonico Gebbia have control of that second set, having won the first set 6-3. They're up 4-1. If things change, we will keep you posted and up to date. We'll get that scoreboard switched over. We're back to Dardis and Shay with their backs to us here against Brzova and Enica. That's a good angle of Shay's cut overhead. She likes to aim for the nicks. I haven't seen too many nicks today, Lauren.
No,
Very
few.
disappointed.
I think she'll probably get some more.
Oh, nice move by Brzova. That was a high, deep lob. She snuck in. She came in with a backhand volley up.
40,
Her
30.
hands up. There's that one of those Viking keys to success was Brzova and Enica communicated. You can see they're taking time between points.
Deuce.
Yeah, we'll get the game score as soon as at the end of this game. We'll hear Mark Blissful announce the score, so it's not 1-all.
No, I think it's actually 3-1 possibly for Dardis.
Advantage, Brzova,
We'll find
Enica.
out soon.
And again, you see Brzova and Enica stopping between points, being very clear what their strategy is.
I would think of something else to do here because Amy Shay is just eating up Brzova's serve.
What would you think of?
I would maybe stay back.
That's like a flat little dump overhead that caught
Yes.
Enica in the side screen.
But it was set up because Dardis hit a good, Shay hit a good low return and Brzova popped it up.
That's that backhand volley again. She's
Advantage,
going from
Dardis
left to
Shay.
right, across her body instead of staying square. But a nice return of serve by Dardis.
Deuce.
She had too much time, too much
Just
room, I think.
A little big on that swing.
Yep. Advantage, Dardis, Shay.
Same thing. She's not square to the angle. Brzova's not square to the angle of the ball that's coming straight at her. So her paddle is moving across her body.
Stayed back, drew the error.
Deuce.
Yeah, Shay's made two big forehand errors.
Wow. this
Advantage,
is more
Dardis, Shay.
volleys missed this game for Brzova than she often misses in a set.
Game, Dardis, Shay. They lead 4-1, second set. Brzova and Enica won the first set 6-4.
All right, so we went away for a few games to the other court, and I believe Delmonico Gebbia are up 5-1 in the second set. And in those few games that we were looking at the other semifinal, it looks to me like Brzova has sped up. And she's making a lot of more errors, as you just said, on her volleys than we saw early in that first set. But that's what Dardis and Shay do to you. They just keep hanging in and they just keep changing the strategy. They're on the same page together. There's no confusion, and they're very clear on what strategy they're trying to execute. And they're also willing to change it. They
Very
make
willing to
adjustments.
change
They're
it. Yep.
constantly making adjustments. Dardis and Shay are not giving Enica Brzova anything to attack. There's nothing short. Well placed overheads. Oh, too bad.
15 love.
And they put you in that position where there's only so much you can hang in and end up taking a shot maybe at the wrong time.
All.
So in the quarterfinal reprieve, in one of the matches, Sue Tarzian and Kelly Brown-Cobbs defeated Allison Morgan and Charlotte Sikora in 2 very good sets.
I bet all of those 4 players enjoyed that match. These lobs are too short from Enica. She's allowing Dardis to hit side back
15,
overheads
30.
to her. It looks like that's a match. People are applauding. Looks like the other semi-final is Delmonico Gebbia are through to the finals. We'll be playing the women's final tomorrow, live
15:30.
streaming at noon.
$15.40.
Nice rip by Enica. See how she set, Lauren, see how she set her paddle before the ball hit the court. So when it hit the screen, all she had to do was swing forward.
Yep, it was very smooth.
Fault. Game, Brzova and Enica. Dardis, Shay lead 4-2, second set.
All right, this is a big service game for Enica here.
15 love.
excellent serve. That hit the court. And
30 love.
moved.
Here, Brzova going, I got it, I got it. I was talking to them before. We did like a little fun
40 love.
interview out on the lake. And we all knew that Anna was going to be calling the shots.
Anna likes to call the shots.
Roxy's like, yeah, whatever you say.
All right, and suddenly from
Game
4-1,
Brzova and Enica. Dardis
We have
Shay
a-
lead 4 games to
competitive
3.
set.
Second
Yeah, I
set.
think, once Anika's hitting those overheads like that, tough to handle. It's just so much spin, so much power. I mean, Dardis and Shay, they do a great job keeping up with it, but they can't really create any offense off of it. So
Viking Athletics is the premier brand and the undisputed leader in platform tennis. Viking is platform tennis. The Viking Extra Duty platform ball has been the #1 selling ball in the industry for the last 20 years. It is the official ball of the APTA, of the APTA Nationals and President's Cup, and of the APTA Grand Prix Tour.
okay, Cynthia Dardis serving. 4-3 up in the second set. Brzova and Enica won the first set
15 love.
6-4.
That was a nick. We'll give that to Shay.
Put
Call
that
a
down.
nick.
That's the first nick we've seen. Gotta let it go through.
15 all.
You just don't want to be in a position where in the middle of the court and you're the one volleying up.
Well, what was going to happen if she let that ball go through?
You're gonna run it down. Pretty sure.
I don't think so.
I'd give it a whirl.
Yeah, but I think she didn't think she was going to run it down, which is why she
Well,
hit
if you
it.
don't think it, then you don't have a prayer.
30-15.
I'd say underlay if I was Amy Shay. Go, 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 go. Give it a whirl. Because there's no way stopping behind the service line
Yeah.
and volleying up. It's just not going to happen. She make that? Yeah. Beautiful swing.
30 all.
All right, this is just pressure time here.
Now you see Brzova and Enica, they're feeling a little more calmer and a little more confident.
That return was high. Roxy was
40-30.
hoping Brzova was going to get it low, but it was high, and she played right into Shay's hands there.
Yeah, and why go to Shay, who's standing at net? Go to
Yeah.
Dardis, who's coming
I
in.
think she didn't hit the forehand well.
Deuce.
I think Dardis knows she's got to throw up that lob with Amy
Yeah.
in the service box.
And Brzova and Enica both right on the net there. It's so tempting to drive that ball, but
Advantage Dardis Shay.
Just needs to hold that ball longer. Again, it's not just driving to drive. Just you've got a ball that's drivable, pick your spot and just swing smoothly to your target. Make your opponent have to hit that next shot.
it's an interesting calculus when you play against Roxy and Enica because you know you're going to get more errors from her, but you have to be able to weather the storm. Because she's going to hit more winners, too.
Nice cut on that overhead by Enica.
Deuce.
At least Dardis threw up a high low, but got Amy back out of the court and able to get her paddle on it. All right, deuce. 4-3.
Good serve.
Nice and deep.
Yeah.
Nice angle. Net number 2.
We may have missed a few when we
Advantage,
were watching the
Dardis,
match
Shay.
too. I wouldn't.
You know what? She'll tell me. I'll talk to her after the match and I'll let her know she hit 2 nick overheads, and she'll definitely tell me if she hit more than that. I mean, we've done matches where she's
Game,
been in
Dardis,
double
Shay.
digits. All right.
They lead 5 games to 3, second set.
There was a little spark from Brzova and Enica in that game, but typical Dardis and Shay just hung in there, hung in there. Now Brzova serving 3-5. And her call, Lauren, if you notice, has gotten a little bit louder.
Love
She
15.
missed the cut there on the cut overhead.
Yeah, but if you see, you could feel the energy changing again, and you can tell just by the loudness of Brzova's call and now the frequency of it that she's not as calm as she was and as clear.
And this is a losing play.
Love 30.
Serving in regular formation down the middle to Amy Shay. She's losing every one of those points, Brzova.
Fifteen, 30.
All right, what's the play?
I think stay back. They haven't had any success with this. Or volley better like that.
That is not a place to hit your overhead at that speed
15,
off of
40.
the back screen to Shay's backhand. She is lethal. And again, when she takes her drive, she knows exactly where she's going to put it. She's just razor sharp. It's really impressive. So Dardis and Shay got some set points to tie this up.
Oops.
30, 40.
And I think the speed off of the screen surprised her. Probably thought it was going to come off a little bit faster.
Deuce.
Look, Brzova made the volley the next time. Maybe Shay just tried to make it a hair better, and she missed it.
Okay, deuce. Oh, just throw up a lob. I think caught the back of the line.
Advantage, Dardis, Shay.
But again, if you're in that transition and you're not balanced, you're better off throwing up a lob rather than going for a drive and missing wide, right? Set point.
Deuce.
Who wants it, Lauren? That's heavy spin on the overhead. I mean, it really came
Advantage
across the ball.
Brzova, Enica.
And the problem with that is if you can't get out of the way quick enough, you have no chance of being able to catch up to it, and you have to try to block it.
Nice grab by Brzova.
Yeah.
It was not an easy ball to volley.
Very casual. Thought it was out.
A little mosey.
Deuce.
Big deep breath here. Boy, Dardis is really stepping in and hitting that return of serve.
Yeah, and since I said she should stay back because she hasn't handled it well, Brzova's made every one of those volleys.
Advantage Dardis, Shay.
All right,
Set
point.
point. Give you a great look at that what Dardis is facing from that overhead. Maybe we can get that on replay. It's a heavy, hard ball that Dardis has got to get out of her own way, chase it. It's the first one she's missed.
Advantage Brzova,
Well, she missed
Enica.
another one, but it's been few and far between.
Big,
She's hit it well.
big serve from Brzova.
Deuce.
And it's the same spot every time. She just can't, it's just hit too well.
Yeah, I always say I could mark the net where Shay's drives cross. She's so accurate and so consistent. It's very casual.
Advantage
That one she knew was
Brzova,
going
Enica.
out.
You know what? But the good thing is she's at least back there
Yeah.
calling it out, not on the service line saying, oops, it landed in, and then having to chase. Whoa! Big drive off the back screen.
Deuce.
It's a long game,
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty big game, I'd say.
you'd say.
Yeah. Set or 5-4? What are you thinking?
I don't know.
I tell you, Cynthia's really stepped up this game and hit some good drives.
Listen, she served a great game the last game, too. That was a tight game.
Oh!
Advantage Dardis, Shay.
All right, how about Roxy plays Australian and then goes to her right?
Yeah.
Goes to the
that's-
right. How about that? Watch this. Nice volley by Brzova. Again, her feet are set. She's not jumping. Again, doing a great job of keeping those lobs deep. That one's just a little too deep, but not allowing Enica to hit that roller at all. Okay, Dardis, take a shot down the line.
She didn't really go for it, though.
Good serve by Brzova.
That was close.
Yeah, look, Enica's out of the service box on all of these overheads. Dardis is trying to get Shay a ball to drive.
Nice roller from Brzova. Took
She has
all the
good
pace
touch on
off.
it, right? Yeah, she has a
Yeah.
really good touch
Advantage,
because that ball
Brzova,
really drops
Enica.
off the back screen. Okay. See if Enica takes a step to her right.
It's like an instant replay.
Yeah.
Game, Brzova, and
All right, that was
Tremendous holds.
huge.
Dardis Shay
Tremendous holds
lead
in a row
5
from
games to
Dardis
4.
and Brzova. Hard,
Second
very
set.
fought hard service games.
Brzova and Enica won the first set 6 games to 4.
So you can see there's a nice little cocktail party going on for all the players, and there's a nice crowd, members at the Indian Trail Club. And we'd just like to do another shout out to our sponsor. Uline is the leading distributor of shipping and industrial and packaging materials to businesses throughout North America. They ship over 2.5 million boxes every day, but they are so much more than a box company. More than 32,000 quality products are always in stock and ready to ship. And we have Amy Shay serving to tie this match up.
And Brzova and Enica returning to try to tie this setup.
Not the shot.
Not her shot.
15
Not
love.
the shot and not her shot.
So we're at the Indian Trail Club in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. It's in Bergen County. A smart move
Yeah.
by Brzova.
Get out of there.
Yeah, you know, she's fearless, and she knows when to bail. That's a great move. That's what they need to do. They need to
15
use
all.
their athleticism more. You know, aim higher. Don't cut it so fine when they go for the big drives. Just have a higher margin, but they're at their best when they're in flight. If they get sucked into playing Dardis and Shay's speed of play, they're going to have a
Ball's
hard
long.
time.
Okay, 15-30.
15-30.
And when I say sucked in, Dardis and Shay they just maintain their pace. It's hard to ruffle them.
$30 all.
It's tough to hit that volley while you're in transition moving forward.
And that volley's always harder to handle when it's up higher. Got to take your hands up to it. That was like chest high. 30-0. Luperana Brzova is standing the return
She
serve.
moves back, though.
Oh. There you go.
There's good help.
See?
30-40.
All
I
right.
knew she could do it.
Point to tie it.
5-0.
Wow.
Big return
Game
serve.
Brzova,
there.
Enica. Games are 5-all. Second set.
Expect nice, high, lobs, deep. They'll just keep moving the ball around, Dardis and Shay. I
15
think that's
love.
the first one that Dardis hasn't got her paddle on.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's been doing a great job. And interesting, Enica kind of went straight. There wasn't any angle on it.
15-all.
You see, Anika's making sure to get that serve in, but she's giving up having an aggressive serve.
Fifteen 30.
Nice grab volley there by Enica.
30-all.
And you know, Dardis hasn't been able to play much. I mean, she's been out for a long time, and this is a long match. She could be getting tired. And when you're tired, you don't move as feet,
40,
your feet
30.
as much.
Ah, great
Tremendous.
wills.
Game Brzova, Enica.
Tremendous.
They lead 6 games to 5. Second set. New ball.
Yeah, the foot speed, the physicality is now going to be a factor. And just while we have a quick break, I want to give a big shout out to the ENET crew, John Scott and Kelly Diesel and Austin Baker. You can see we have new camera angles, which I am so happy to see, doing the happy dance. And there they are. There's the guys giving us a wave. And they came in
Sorry,
2
ladies.
days ago and set everything up. And we'll be playing with the different angles and
Got in the secret
really
pocket
trying
there.
to present the game from the best view. And we appreciate all the
Taking
feedback
one, please.
and comments that you guys are giving us. And we've made some big improvements over the years with these guys. So thank you all. Nice close by Brzova.
Love 15.
You think Roxy goes for a big return here?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's going to be swinging.
That go in?
Love 30.
Yeah.
Wow, that did not look like it was going in. Okay.
And like that,
Love 40.
rematch points for Brzova and Enica. They decided to stay back on that last point, and there it is. Game, set, match. Brzova
Game,
and
set,
Enica
match.
in straight
Brzova and
sets.
Enica, they win
6-4,
6-4,
7-5. So that
Great
sets
match,
up
ladies.
our women's final for tomorrow between Brzova and Enica and Delmonico Gebbia. That's going to be at noon tomorrow. We're going to kick off the streaming at 10 with the Premier Men's quarterfinal. Followed by the women's final at noon, the men's semi-finals at 2, and the finals at 5. So, Lauren, your final thoughts on what you saw today?
I thought it was a terrific match. I mean, there were very few games that were not do sad, do sad, do sad. I thought it was well played, and in the end, the quicker, more athletic pair came through, but it was a fight.
Yeah, and to Dardis and Shay's credit, I mean, they're just remarkable. They've been playing a long time. They're tenacious. They're fighters. They strategize. They're a great team. They're everything good about figuring out a way to win. And the fact that she just had shoulder surgery during the season, the late part of the season. It's not taking anything away from Brzova and Enica. They really played well and deserved to play, but credit to Dardis and Shay for really putting up a good fight.
Yeah,
so
good match.
That is a wrap delivered by Uline, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Jerry.